Hello everybody and welcome back to M&J Games and welcome to the end of 2021. Now, in this episode, what we are going to look at is we are going to look at the five memorable coasters that I've spotlighted this year. Now, there could be a multitude of reasons as to why the coasters make this list. It could be the actual ride experience of the coaster. It could be the scenery around it that just really stood out and made it memorable to me, or it could be kind of the station and layout. So there are a multitude of things. Now, I want to preface this by saying I am not ranking these to say which one's the best. I'm not trying to say that the ones that didn't make this list are not great or fantastic, because they are. And I believe I have spotlighted about 30 to 35 different, maybe not quite that much, around 30 different coaster spotlights this year, which is started by looking at a lot of coaster creations, or as he's known on the PlayStation Network, Ted07386's creations, as his coasters are just absolutely amazing, and it kind of grew from there. So throughout the year, I've done coaster spotlights as well as traditional park tours. So what I'm going to look at is I'm going to show you 5 that really stood out and were memorable to me, and I'm going to limit it to 1 per creator. So if I choose one from a certain creator, I can't choose another one from a different creator. So as I said, everybody in this game is making amazing creations. That's why we spotlight so many different creators, so many different parks. Every park is unique, and every park is just really well done. Every park or every coaster we've looked at has just been really well done by these creators. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first one on the list is a recreation of Sheikra, I believe I pronounced that right, at Busch Gardens, Tampa. And the link to all of these different creations that we're looking at, the link to the videos of the previous tours are in the description, and in those other videos is going to be a link to the actual download on the workshop. And as you're seeing this visual right now, I want you guys to not worry about what you see in the background, because since I spotlighted this recreation, this creator has started to add on to it and is basically recreating Busch Gardens Tampa. So I will definitely be spotlighting this once the park is complete. But as you can see, the start of what looks like Kumba right there. You've got Iron Gwazi, a boring log flume. No, I'm just kidding. And then Montu over here, and we got Cheetah Hunt. But yeah, so what we're focusing on here is Sheikra, and just what really stood out to me here was just how realistic this looks from images that I've seen, from POVs that I've seen, and how much it really looks like the tropical kind of area that is this area of the park in Tampa. And as you can see, we've got this custom stairwell right here. The coaster ride's pretty smooth. I believe there's one area I talked about. I think this part right here kind of leveled out too quickly, so that part definitely could have been adjusted. But if you go down here and we look at the queue, I mean, this is really, really well done. It's not anything overly complicated, but yet it stands out. It gets the job done. Only thing I'd suggest is maybe putting down some kind of flooring tiles there to cover that up. But this to me was just such a beautiful recreation. And as we look at the station, kind of created with these logs and stuff, as I said, I've never been to Tampa or to Busch Gardens. I really want to go at some point, so I don't know if this is what the station looks like. But then you've got the operator's booth up here. You've got like a little catwalk area for the employees and stuff. And so this really, really stood out to me. So let's take a quick ride on this coaster. Next up, we have an amazing looking RMC creation by, you guys might know him on YouTube as Bat Reg, and you can see the info below for the username on PlayStation Network. But this is called Iron Bat. It's an RMC, as you can see, with custom supporting here. And, you know, this is one of those where I think the intro to some of the transitions was a little bit quick or harsh, but then again, I also sometimes make my transitions not quick enough because they are really snappy. But this is just an awesome, awesome, awesome looking creation, especially as you kind of have this, it's not necessarily a double down because you kind of go back up before you go down, but that is just a really cool element right there. It's a little bit to the outside. And then you have your, I don't know what the technical term would be for that type of inversion there, but this is just such a really well done coaster. But then what really kind of makes it stand out too to me is this creator's told me before that they don't feel like or he doesn't really feel like he's good at creating scenery and stuff. But like this looks awesome right here. Like this is so modern looking and it looks amazing. And then like that building looks awesome. Now I'm trying to think, oh, okay, that's the coaster station, yeah. So then, if we go here to the queue, I mean, just the detail work on this queue is really, really well done, too. And so this kind of really stood out to me when I was spotlighting it as a place, like, man, if I was to wait in line in this queue, you know, there may be a couple areas that need a little more detailing or something like that. Like, you could take that, you could take this right here and kind of put it across right there to kind of, in my opinion, but this is really, really well done, especially these stairs. Like, look how amazing these stairs are. You've got the different levels, 1, 2, 3, 4, basically like 5 different levels, actually 6 if you include the top, because that's if you count the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, that's just amazing how that is done right there, and love how this turned out, and also the station, super modern, looks nice. Now this next coaster creation that makes the list of the ones that just were most memorable to me or stood out was this one called Crystal Eye. And this one's going to be very unique. And it's very unique in the fact that, let's see where if we can find, okay, good. So this one's right about, good, perfect. So it's unique in the fact that it's not built to be a realistic coaster. It's not built to be something that you'd see in a theme park. And for anybody who watched this video when I made it, I said this was the most beautiful thing I've seen in a video game. Like, period. And I'm not retracting that statement. As you can see, as we're going to play this POV, this is absolutely beautiful, as it's an underwater coaster experience. And usually I'm all about realism when looking at stuff, but like this to me, and what Silix does with his creations is just insane. And there's some other great creators that do stuff like this too, you know, Fistful of Herbs, you got Cakeist, just some amazing experience coasters. And this is the most beautiful thing I've seen in a video game. So I hope you guys enjoy this experience. It's about probably 4 more minutes. And just sit back and enjoy this beautiful underwater coaster, and I'll see you at the next creation. All right, so one thing I wanted to actually point out before we move on to the next part is this is terrain. He made a freaking whale out of terrain. Like, what? And then when you dive down in here, and you go this way, I think the first time I saw this, not gonna lie, well, I guess we need a coaster to go by for it to pop on, but where is it? Oh, that thing. That's made out of terrain. Like, what in the world? See, like it's just attached to the. Well, no, never mind. It's the full fish. I didn't even realize before that that was a full fish. So let's see if we turn it to daytime. So we can kind of see. I mean, that's made out of terrain. This fish in the wall's made out of terrain. That's another fish made out of terrain. Like, this is insane. Absolutely insane. So you can kind of just see the inner workings of what was created here. But then when you turn the torch off and you turn it to nighttime, you don't see the terrain. You just see the beauty of the lights and the colors, and absolutely insane. So time to move on to the next one. This next one is one of my earlier creations when Jasmine and I were just getting the YouTube channel started. And it was created by Ted07386, or a lot of you may know as Coaster Creations on YouTube. So make sure to go check out his channel, because this guy's the best coaster maker in console. And I mean, he's right up there with a lot of PC coaster makers too, like with the best, because it is 4-meter smoothing method. Super realistic. As you can see here, this is a small scale B&M floorless coaster. It kind of reminds me a little bit of especially kind of this first drop area of Grapefruit, which Silverette made. That was kind of Silverette's showcase of, hey, here's what the 4-meter method could do. But this is just such a beautiful, beautiful creation. It looks like it's got like the stations kind of got that Hydra. I think that's the name of the coaster. Took some inspiration from that. I mean, just something as simple as adding the bars, kind of going that way. That's really cool. And then you look here at the fencing all the way around. Everything's custom fencing. And when you're making just a single coaster in a park, you can do that for sure. So you look here, a little transfer track, and kind of like with all of us, as Ted's made more coasters, his transfer tracks and backstage areas have become more developed as well. And this could be an area that now that we have, oh, he's got the chain. No, that's actually part of, never mind. Now that we've got the chain link fencing, you can put the chain link fence kind of in between those poles there. Then obviously here's the way to the entrance. And you got a little stairwell or ladder for employees to kind of walk up on. I like how this has been made where it's underneath. And then you got this plaza. You know, really well done. You got some lockers down here. Just as custom lettering for, what's this one called? Was it Viper? Yeah, Viper. And so just a beautiful creation with lighting and everything, with the plaza, with the little parking lot. I mean, this is just awesome. And numbering the rows. Oh, that's a cool way to do it. I didn't even think of that. But yeah, so and if you guys do go back and watch the tour that I did on this by any chance, that was it's probably not as good as some of the videos made now, just because I was just getting started on YouTube and stuff. And so it's kind of interesting to go back and watch old videos, kind of like looking at old creations in the game and being like, oh, I thought that was good at the time. So we all feel that way at times. But let's go ahead and watch a POV of this coaster. Now, the last but not least of the 5 most memorable coaster creations is another recreation of Steel Curtain, which might or might not be on my top 15 bucket list coasters in the United States that comes out on January 1st. So make sure to check that out. But this is a coaster that is located at Kennywood in Pennsylvania, and it's called Steel Curtain because it's modeled after the, at least my understanding is modeled after the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because I believe that was a nickname that was given to their defense back in the 70s or 80s. Please feel free to correct me on that one. But look at this right here. This is just awesome, that zero G stall. And so this was created by Marco Cop 93, as I've highlighted a couple of his recreations, as he also recreated Fahrenheit, which is at Hershey Park. But just look how beautiful this coaster looks with that yellow and black, and just the structure of it and kind of the layout and the design, and just really, really well done. You've got even a little transfer track here with a spot here for the employees to walk up. Ooh, I like that idea for doing lights like that. Oh, that's a cool idea. And then you've got a walkway underneath. You've got all those wires. I mean, just absolutely phenomenal job. And then the station, it's basic, but it gets the job done, right? Like, it's just using the iron girders and some scaffolding pieces, but it looks awesome, and you fenced it off. And so let's go ahead and finish off this video um, by taking a ride on the coaster. And so before we look at the coaster, guys, I want to thank everybody for all the support that you guys have constantly shown to Jasmine and I since we began to start our channel, and just just all the encouragement and the suggestions that you guys give, is we really value those, and we value your opinion and your support. And so thank you guys so much, and I hope that everybody had a wonderful 2021, and that everybody's going to hopefully have a better 2022. As we know, it's a strange time in our world right now. But so I hope everybody is being safe over the holidays and has had a good holiday. And um, let's enjoy this POV. And guys, as always, thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.